The year is 2014. You're scrolling YouTube on your family's computer, but a thumbnail catches your eye. It's horrifying. This is a scenario that I feel a lot of people around my age online have experienced. I personally did not explore YouTube by any normal means like a computer or a phone. I explored it on the good old Fire Red 3DS. The first YouTuber I ever considered myself a fan of was Peanut Butter Gamer. The OGs at home know what I'm talking about with that one, alright? And so, at the way too early of an age of about 5, 6, or 7, I stumbled across this video. This video was particularly horrifying for two reasons to me. One being that I was a stupid-ass kid who couldn't really tell if stories were made up or not, and two was that I was a huge fan of Zelda already, and seeing something I found comforting become so scary was a lot for a kid that was my age. This idea that the games that I found fun and comforting could actually be evil and out to get me was terrifying. For the next year, I couldn't even leave my room past 8 p.m. because lurking out in the dark could be Freddy Fazbear, Ben drowned, or maybe even, the worst of all, Luigi holding a flower! I think I hold a different perspective online than a lot of people who are actually conscious and not actual crayon eaters at that point in time. And I really want to go back and look at some of the things I personally found the scariest as a zoomer. On a dark, stormy day in 2010, a YouTuber named Jedusable bought a copy of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask from a weird old guy at a garage sale. He pops the game in and turns the console on, and everything seems normal until he gets to the file select, where a save file named Ben is stored. He loads up the save and attempts to play, but he starts to notice weird bugs whilst playing. A bunch of spooky shit starts happening, including Link fucking a fire. So he decides to try to return the game to the old freak that he bought it from, only to find out that he had moved out. He asks the neighbor of the old man what even happened at the house, and the neighbor tells Jedusable that a boy named Ben had drowned there about 8 years ago. Jedusable comes to the conclusion that Ben had actually haunted his copy of Majora's Mask, and that was what was causing all of this weirdness. The second to last video ends with the Happy Mask salesman, Link, and the Ben drowned statue all staring right at the screen before Ben presumably escapes, because the game resets and the Ben save file is gone. The final video in the original saga is called free.wmv and has Ben presumably thanking Jedusable for letting him out of the game. That was the end of the saga at that point. There's a lot more now if you're interested. But I wanted to talk about how I felt about what I had actually seen as a kid. Now as a kid I couldn't understand the wider concept of this creepypasta, but what I could understand is that this shit is scary! Look at this shit! I also learned to never trust an old fart, and never go to fucking garage sales. I feel that this creepypasta was so captivating back then because the source material was so near and dear to me. I think Majora's Mask was a perfect game to pick because this game's imagery is so terrifying. It gave me nightmares as a kid. Thinking back on it though, I can only find it just incredibly cool. That fear as a kid wasn't destructive, it didn't ruin my life, and it was really entertaining. And it gave me a different kind of fear that you can't experience from just watching like a horror movie. I think Ben Drowned definitely gets a pass for something that was made nearly 14 years ago. But that leads me to the next creepypasta that is even older, and I think anyone my age will know about. Herobrine.
Keeps changing my skin back to the regular skin. Don't you guys? He is him.
The story of Herobrine starts on 4chan's VBoard, where a user posted about a strange encounter they had in Minecraft Alpha version 1.0.16_02, where while exploring their world they noticed another player off in the distance pictured here. The figure had white eyes and looked just like the normal player model. According to the poster, he disappeared shortly after. The original poster tried to contact other players about the event, but eventually he received a message from somebody simply named Herobrine.
You've got mail.
The poster claims that other players had informed him that Herobrine was actually the alias of Notch's brother, who was presumably dead. Now, obviously, in hindsight, Notch did not have any brother, especially not a dead one, who haunted Minecraft. But to a kid my age at that point, anything is possible in these video games. They were as limitless as the real world to me. Especially since Minecraft is an open world game, it truly did feel like anything could happen to me while I was playing. It gave a normally relaxing game a somewhat unsettling tone. What I truly enjoyed about this creepypasta was how it permeated the Minecraft fandom as a whole and had lore added to it by a bunch of different people. It was reflective of how the internet was at the time. Things were so much more fluid and fun, and I miss it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and don't forget to floss your teeth. See ya.